No, it's not over.
Did Better Ray make it to March's champions?
No.
It's over.
What's up, guys? Max here, and today is a great day. Well, yesterday was a great day. There was an announcement made of the new champions that are coming in for March. A little bit of a sneak peek. So we're going to be looking at that official Marvel Contest of Champions post on their Twitter page, X page, and they give us basically a preview of what we're seeing here of Serpent and the Destroyer. Now, myself did not know a single thing about Serpent. Didn't know who he was. I thought he looked like Santa Claus, the young version of Santa Claus, because of the long hair, the beard, the thickness. That's what I thought. But he's nothing near Santa Claus. He's not friendly. He's actually a villain. That's kind of my take on it. But do you know a character by the name of Odin?
Oh, great Odin's Raven.
Odin, the All-Father, which I've, from the movies, felt like he was one of the strongest.
No god should have dominion over death who has so little appreciation for life.
Gods out there, right? Well, he has a family, and his family is composed of a brother, and his brother is basically Serpent. And they actually, Serpent is the older brother, so there's stronger older brother, you kind of say, right? The actual ruler of what the family should have been, but he became like a villain, evil, and it just went really bad. There's a lot of history on Serpent, what he kind of went about to be. Here we see it on Marvel Wiki. Yeah, that's what I call it. Like all the information Marvel. But yeah, you see his upbringing, his history, kind of like who he is, and why he was kind of like forgotten because Odin really kind of buried him, right? Now, one of the things, I'm not going to sit here and read everything because this will take a long time, but I would definitely, if you want to be interested in about the new champions and kind of their history, when it comes to who they are, what they are, he has a lot of history. I think he has more history than the Destroyer, which is the second champion we'll talk about. One of the attributes that Wiki talks about, though, it's his superhuman strength, speed, agility, reflexes, stamina, durability. Again, he's a god, you know? So I'm interested in what Marvel Contest of Champions, the team over there, is going to put and make this guy. Is he going to be like top attacker? Is he going to be a top defender? What class is he going to be? You know, is he considered cosmic because he's a god? But here's some power grid, right? The strength is maxed out, the durability is maxed out, energy protection is maxed out. Now his speed, intelligence, and fighting skills are not as strong, but they're very high. So, like I said, he is really interesting. I think he's got a lot more history, and obviously he does because he is his just overall who he is, the brother of Odin, which is most of us know about, you know. So that's really interesting for me. Like I said, I can't wait to kind of play him, read his kit, see if he's coming out first, coming out second. Pretty hyped about March's champions. By the way, March is my birthday, so I'm pretty hyped about them too as well. So we're gonna see what kind of champion we decide to go for. Both look amazing so far from just the description, but let's jump on the second champion. So the second champion is the Destroyer. The Destroyer is what I'm more familiar for. And the reason why I'm familiar with the Destroyer is because of the movie Thor. He actually showed his first appearance for me in that movie, and that's how I became to know him. He is a being, or not even a being. He is a body, like an armor that gets possessed, and whoever possesses him, that's how stronger he becomes. But he is very strong. Okay, he's extremely strong. I can almost see him to be a tank. okay, when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions and kind of what Kabam is going to do with them. That's kind of like my thinking of it. Again, looking at Marvel Wiki, just some of the information and just the power grid, again, this does nothing to do with what Marvel Contest of Champions is going to take and, put in the game. But intelligence is at its low because he pretty much is armor. But he does have some. The strength is maxed out. The durability is maxed out. Energy resistance is really high, almost maxed out. The speed is great and the fighting skills are great as well. But again, having him, he was actually built, by the way, speaking of Odin and his brother, he was built by Odin, and a lot of the gods, which is the Sky Fathers. So Zeus and Vishnu, known as the Sky Fathers, basically, I believe these are the guys that put together some of their powers, to build the Destroyer. And with that, he has crazy shield armor. Now, he constantly, in Marvel, from what I was reading, constantly is fighting Thor all the time. And Thor's always fighting the Destroyer. But even in the movie, he's actually fighting Thor because Loki's controlling the Destroyer at this point. But I think this is going to be I think this, again, just not knowing anything about him, I think this is going to be a crazy defender for Marvel Contest of Champions, just because that's kind of what I see in him. I don't see crazy amount of power. Since he is being hosted by somebody, I wonder if Kabam somehow implements some kind of, depending on who is fighting the Destroyer, right? Maybe he kind of pulls some of his powers. So if you're fighting an immune champion, immune to bleed or poison champion or something like that, or that champion that deals that damage, he becomes immune to it or somehow steals the powers, right? Because he's inside that fight scene, So I don't know. I'm excited for this month's champions that are coming out in March. Next month's champions in March. Yeah, a little sad. I got to mention it, that Better Ray Bill is not coming. I'm actually pretty sad on it and really concerned because I want Spider-Punk to come out in April. So very concerned about Spider-Punk in April. I still hope that Better Ray does come out and maybe gets moved further into the months of the year. But that Spider-Punk, please cross your fingers. Leave it in the chat. A little emote of crossing fingers that Spider-Punk does come out in April. But going back to what is coming out in March, I'm very hyped, even though I'm sad that Better Ray is not coming out. I'm still super hyped with the two new champions because they have history, they have defense from what I see. And guess what? 2024 is packed with defenders across the board when it comes to Marvel Contest of Champions. So if you're looking to beef up your defense, offense, possibly, with Serpent, or even the Destroyer, who knows? We don't know what they're going to be about. This is going to be a great month to be playing Marvel Contest of Champions. When it comes to characters, there's still a lot of issues and problems when it comes to the game. I'm with you 100%. I know it, but we can't dwell on that. We got to cover some of the highs when it comes to the game as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. See you there. Take care. Peace.
It's over.